their horns early this year. I saw about 4 or 5 in a group the other day that were bachelored up, and there was probably 4 or 5 bucks, like I said, and they usually don't do that this early, but I got a feeling they might lose their horns early this year, so I'm gonna come down here to this food plot this evening that I planted back in the fall. It's about 4 joke food plot. Got a couple bucks using it, sometimes daytime, mostly nighttime, but wind straight out of the south. If we set up on the hill to the east, it won't smell us, or if it's blowing kind of parallel, we might just get in the stand and sit in it, and hopefully it'll just blow it over the top of his head when it comes up over the break of the hill. So I got a cameraman today. Lane's gonna film me. I usually don't have one, so maybe we can get some good footage. I don't know, we might be able to get in the stand. It's kind of blowing out of the southwest a little bit, looks like. So they were calling for dead south wind. I don't know. Let's walk down here a little ways and look it over. See if we can find a good tree up the hill from this plot. If we can't, then we might get in that tree stand. I don't know. Just make that decision when we get down here. There's a hawk attacking another bird right here. I had Lane go film it. What kind of bird was it, Lane?
It was a mockingbird.
A hawk attacking a mockingbird. They were making all kinds of rackets, so I told Lane to go over and flush them up. So Lane, he may have saved that mockingbird's life. Alright. We're in the stand. I think we can get away with the wind that we've got. It's blowing straight through there like that. It's almost out of the south. So if this deer, any other deer comes from this clear cut down here up the hill, I think we'll be fine. The only way I think they'll smell us is if they get 80 to 100 yards around this bench. And I don't think they will. I think anything that comes in this evening will come from the west or southwest. It could come from the north, but I think it'll be west or southwest. So that's just where they're bedding, so I know they're going to come from that direction. To get completely downwind, they'd have to circle way up here, about a quarter up the hill, and then come in. So I don't really think that's going to happen. So I'm going to get this bow knocked up here after I get an arrow knocked. We'll sit down and be quiet and see if we can get a good one on video. in China. One of those Rage knockoffs. That doe's still snorting over there. Did you get a good video of it? Good arrow impact. Alright. His orange, it was so foggy when he come over here and jumped that fence. I couldn't even see his horns. I didn't even know it was a buck. Until he got about 30 yards right there. That's how foggy it is. I could not see his horn. So he came up here about 20 or so and was feeding right there between those two limbs. And I looked at him 2 or 3 times there where I couldn't shoot. And I thought, well, if he ever gets between the two, where I can sneak an arrow through there, I'll shoot. I told Lane, I said, since we don't have mics, I said, you're going to have to be watching me when I drop my bow. It means I'm fixing to shoot. So we'll get out and look around here and see if we can find some blood. I want to see what that broadhead did through the shoulder. This may be a broadhead review video for it. It's all said and done. I shot one last year right here, a doe, with one of those Rage. It was one of those hypodermic broadheads, and then it went straight through both shoulders. And this one here, I had to shoot this one 1/4 slightly, so I had to bust through the shoulder. So we'll see how good it did. Right here. Here we go. Yeah, right here's first blood, and it's right where he was standing. So that's probably not good for him. It's wet. Right here's more. Right here's blood. Right there. Right here, some. Yeah, I'd say this deer is probably in trouble. More. Big piles of it. Got a bunch of buck brush, bunch of blood right there. So we could go back and get the camera light, but we may have to. Let's track him a little bit further. We'll see what we can find. Noticed with these Rage, it's more just, it's a spray, and right there's a big bubble. You see that bubble? So look at that. Get this light on right here. Pick it back up on this blood trail. Right here we went over the hill. Got some good camera light now. Check all that out. I mean, it's just spewing. That's what I've noticed about these Rage, even these knockoff Rage. They're still good. They got a big entrance hole and you get a lot of spray. That blood's not just dripping out, it's spraying out. So look right here. Look at all this. Dude, it's everywhere. Check that out. Lots of blood. And I can see it sparkling all down through there when I shine the light. It's up on that tree. Right here. Just absolutely about to get your feet wet tracking it. Feet wet with blood. Look at all this. If that's not lung blood, I don't know what it is. Maybe a little bit of heart. It may cut the top of his heart. Right there's luminoc right there. There's the deer. See his eye shining. See his eye shining right there?
Yep.
Yep, right there he is. Alright, let's go down here and look at this. Okay, there's the arrow. He broke off. I'm gonna turn this off for a second. Broke off a little ear there on my knock, but that's the broadhead right there. Granddaddy. They get on that blood. That is it. That's a 2-blade Rage. Paid about $1.20 for that broadhead. It's plenty sharp. The tip's still good. It went right through that shoulder. I'll talk about this later if I do a broadhead review video, but shot one deer with these last year and shot one with a hypodermic. And these, I shot a hog too this year with one of these. I'll put part of that video on my broadhead review video, but it looks like it got probably about that much penetration right there. So it probably caught that off shoulder maybe and stopped. Otherwise it might have went plumb through it. But anyway, that's that. Let's go look at this buck. Pause it. That's how he died right there. Get him out of here. Oh, we can look at him. Look at that hole. Man, what a hole. That is 1/4 2, right in the shoulder. I'm sure it hit the off shoulder. It probably would have went plumb through, but that is, I think I like these broadheads. I think I'm going to keep using them. You wonder about them because they're so cheap, but I mean, you can't argue with that. Get down here, cameraman. Right here's my cameraman right here, old Lane. He did a fine job too. He had a good tight zoom on it when I shot, and he was focused in. He did a perfect job. I might have to get him to do that more often. But this is him. He's not a big deer, not gonna lie to you. He's not a giant, but it's late season, it's December, and I think they're gonna lose their horns early this year. We saw some yesterday evening that were already grouped back up in a big bachelor group, so I feel like, I don't know, there's quite a bit of food this year, but I just don't think we're gonna see much of a second or third rut. So, and with them grouping up like that, I don't know, it just tells me that things are slowing down. So it's kind of a game that you play at the end of the season. You know, you can wait on a bigger deer, not get a shot at one at all, or be hunting a big one and his horns fall off right when you get an opportunity at him. So I decided to shoot this one and tag out. This is probably the 4th or 5th biggest buck I had on camera this year. The 10-point that I killed in November, he was a pretty good deer, and I had him on camera last year. He actually was one of them that showed back up, and I had several other bucks that didn't. I think CWD must have got them because, I mean, I had pictures of them long after season. Had cameras up in the woods all the way up to April, and I had them probably through January is the latest I had them with horns. So I know they were still alive, and they're not anywhere to be found this year. So, and same thing the year before, just all kinds of bucks that have passed never showed back up. So I feel like CWD is definitely hurting them. But
there he is.
This is the buck, 8-point.
Good decent buck.
December. My cameraman.
Yeah, I was getting a little bit cold in that stand.
Yeah, his nose, it was.
Yeah.
He was dripping like a waterfall.
Yeah, and that seat was bent up, and my feet were getting numb. I couldn't feel them. A few does came in and a button buck, and he came in right behind him with a horn that was behind him. He was in the tree line, but Drew said
this thing jumped the fence. I couldn't even see his horns. It's so foggy. I couldn't even see him.
Yeah, Drew said, he said he ain't gonna be able to talk much when that buck comes in. And he said once I pull that bow back, then something's gonna happen.
Yep, a few pictures and we'll drag him out of here, and hopefully he is negative for CWD and we get to eat this deer. I didn't even notice this down there when he was laying in those bushes, but his leg, he has got some kind of an injury right here on his leg. There's dead flesh. You can see his tendons. It's all pulled down. It's old. I don't know what happened. I don't know if he got hung in a fence or what happened to him, but I did not notice that. That had to have been causing him some pain. I don't know if he would have lived through that or not. He might have, but. Okay. Before I get my hands too dirty, I wanted to show you that shot. Entrance hole and exit hole. I got him down there to the creek. Got him gutted, cooled off, cleaned out. Got him hanging in here in the barn where it's dry, so. Right there be the entrance. And it was 1/4 slightly, so. There's that. And it actually did come out. It just didn't come all the way out. He had this leg probably back. Right there. So it took the heart out, is what happened. But got good penetration for going through the shoulder. And right there is where it came out. Still got a decent sized hole. And then when he took off, the air, of course, probably backed out because the blades closed up on the broadhead. But yep, that's pretty hard shoulder right there. Right there's the point of the shoulder. Right here's the top of it coming around. It's hard all the way down through there. So broadhead performed pretty good, I think.